The more goals I had, the worse I felt. So what if everything we've been told about goals is a lie? What if all those SMART goals, the ones we swear would change our lives, are actually what's keeping us stuck? Hear me out, and I'll prove it to you. I've tried it all. Vision boards, affirmations, endless goal setting sessions. Outcome goals like I'll hit 1,000 subscribers, or I'll make 10,000 a month by next year. When that didn't work, I made them SMART goals. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Still nothing. So I thought, fine, maybe I'll focus on what I can control. Input goals. I'll talk to 10 people today. Or I'll post 3 times a week. And honestly, those were better. But they still had one problem in common. No, not what you think. Something smaller and way more dangerous. We're told that without a goal, any path will take us there. Sounds clever, motivational even. But no one ever asked, where's there? Because most of us have been chasing it for years and it keeps moving. I thought the problem was me, not focused enough, not disciplined enough. So I did what anyone else would do. I made more goals. Business, fitness, personal, creative. My whiteboard looked like a crime scene. I'm not gonna lie, for a while it felt good. Setting goals feels like control, like you're building a future that finally makes sense. But too many goals pull you apart. You end up scattered, tired, and unsure which version of yourself to prioritize. It's like trying to run 12 races at once. You move a lot, but you don't get very far. And when you finally hit one, that's the next trap. You check the box, feel proud for 5 minutes, then your brain says, cool, what's next? You move the goalpost, and you start running again. You never rest because resting feels like a failure. The reward for success becomes more chasing. That's how you end up stuck in delay mode. I'll relax when I hit 10K. I'll be happy when the channel grows. I'll finally feel proud when. But when never comes. You just keep postponing peace until there's nothing left to look forward to. That's not discipline. That's exhaustion dressed as ambition. And then there's the other side. Missing the mark. You fall short of a goal, and you take it personal. Not the plan failed, I failed. Each miss chips away at your confidence until eventually trying feels heavy. And that's how learned helplessness creeps in. The quiet voice that says, why bother? Ambition doesn't die in one crash. It fades out through self-doubt, through exhaustion, through endless chasing that never feels like arriving. That's why goals suck. Not because wanting more is bad, but because the way we chase it keeps us miserable. You don't need another target. You need to understand what all these goals were trying to give you in the first place. Because underneath every milestone, every checklist, every someday, there's something else you've been chasing. Something that's not a number or an outcome. We'll get to that next. So if goals suck, what's the point, right? What are we even chasing? Honestly, it's not the number, it's direction. It's having a vision you actually care about. For me, it's simple. I'm building a content business that helps regular people break through the mental junk that keeps them stuck. It doesn't matter if I'm only helping one person or a million. That's the direction. As long as I'm heading that way, I'm good. That's what direction does. It gives everything context. You don't feel lost when life throws you off for a week. You just adjust and keep moving. You can miss a day, take a wrong turn, whatever. It's still progress because you know where you're heading. Goals don't work like that. Goals are rigid. They make you feel like you're not enough, but you're not hitting the mark. You're failing. Direction's different. It bends, it forgives, it lets you learn instead of panic. And the best part, you can't fail direction. You can only stop following it. Even if you drift, you can always come back. It's not about perfection. It's about movement. And once you've got that, you need something that keeps you moving, right? A vehicle. It runs even when motivation dies. That's what comes next. Quick thing before we keep going though. If this stuff hits home for you, you probably love my Skool community. It's called Burnout to Badass. It's where creators, overthinkers, and recovering perfectionists hang out to rebuild clarity, confidence, and actual systems at work. No fake hustle vibes and no grind till you die energy. just real people learning how to move with purpose again. We share wins, frameworks, and a lot of dark humor about how messy self-improvement really is. If that sounds like your kind of chaos, the link's going to be in the description below, and it will also be in my bio. All right, now let's get back to fixing your map. See, we got to build a system. That's the vehicle. A system's small, it's repeatable, and it doesn't rely on how you feel that day. You can do it when you're fired up or when you'd rather crawl back into bed. Because we all have those days. Doesn't matter. You still show up. The best systems work on good days and bad ones. They don't need hype, they just run. And the cool part is, they're simple enough that someone else could follow them too. Here, let me give you an example. For me, it looks like this. Every day I wake up and I write down any ideas throughout the day. Stuff I notice, lessons I learn, advice I give or get. It doesn't have to be deep, it just has to be honest. Then I pull something from that list and boil it down to its core components. Make it simple, make it real. Sometimes it becomes a tweet, sometimes a short, sometimes a long form video, or even an ebook. The format doesn't matter. It all feeds the same direction. That's my system. Keeps me aligned with my vision, even when I'm tired, even when the algorithm hates me, even when nothing's working. Because progress isn't about massive moves. It's about repetition that compounds. And yeah, your system's never perfect. It shouldn't be. It's meant to evolve. You try things, you tweak them, throw half of it out, and keep the pieces that actually move you closer to your direction. Some changes bring you closer, others push you off a little, and that's okay. That's why we iterate. Systems give you structure, iteration gives you growth. Together, they make sure you never drift too far from where you're trying to go. That's how you build momentum that doesn't burn you out. Not from motivation, from maintenance. Not from hype, from habit. That's the real secret. Direction keeps you focused, systems keep you moving, and iteration keeps you alive. Remember how we started? What if goals are the reason you're stuck? Turns out, well, they were. Because goals end, and direction, it doesn't. Look, you don't need another finish line. You need a path that actually fits who you are. And when you pair that direction with systems, small, repeatable habits that make progress inevitable. You stop chasing success like it's hiding somewhere in the future. You start creating it every day on purpose. That's the shift. From goals to growth, from hustle to harmony, from managing time to mastering direction. But even with all of this, there's one thing that still trips people up. It's the belief that some people are just built for it. You know the type. They pick things up fast, they barely try and seem to glide past everyone else. And if you're not one of those naturals, it's easy to think you'll always be a step behind, that you just weren't born with it. But what if being gifted isn't an advantage? What if it's a ceiling? In the next video, we're breaking that down. Why talent can hold you back and how grind, repetition, and real systems will take you further than natural ability ever could. Because gift might get you started, but grind is what gets you home. Check out the video right here.